We are in the middle of wrapping up our flip house, and we have a ton of windows in this house. We knew we wanted to make this house feel super custom, and one of the ways we've done that is by adding farmhouse trim to all of the windows and some really beautiful window coverings.
So we teamed up with our friends at Graber to take these beautiful farmhouse windows to the next level. We loved working with Graber for the window coverings in our living room. It was such an easy turnkey process.
So their design consultant met us at the flip house and took a look at our room, took a look at the space.
So we wanted to keep those windows that were on the second story because it let a ton of light in the house, and it was just a beautiful feature to have in that big living room. But one of the things that we were challenged with was the fact that somebody that's looking to buy that house may want to be able to cover those windows, and they are 20 feet high.
So we spoke with the design consultant about solutions she had with certain shades and came up with a great one. Awesome, so after looking at all of y'all's products, we decided to stick with the natural shades. We were thinking the mix of wood tones we have in here with those shades would make such a cool combination.
I think that's a great choice. It's a beautiful textural look that I think will go very well with what you're trying to achieve here, and I think it can help you achieve all of your goals in terms of some light filtering and privacy.
Awesome.
Okay, so let's go take a look at some of the samples.
Sounds great.
All right. Awesome. So Whitney and I knew going into this that we wanted to go with a natural wood finish for our window coverings, so that's where we started.
I guess it's a good problem to have that they have so many selections, but we opened that book and it was like, how do we even pick?
But the design consultant made it so easy to pick. She helped us narrow down what we really liked, and I think we made our decision really quickly.
We also picked our liner out, and we opted for no edge banding to keep that modern farmhouse feel.
So we've made all of our selections. That was super easy, and now our work is done.
I am so glad we were able to check off all of our wants and our boxes with these shades. So what does the next step look like?
The next step would be to have our installer come out and measure your windows to make sure that we get accurate and precise measurements. Then we would order the product and have our installer come out and make sure that they're expertly installed and everything's working properly.
And the measurement process was next, and it was super easy. Their installer was in and out in no time.
And I love the way that it works too, because it takes the guesswork out of it. When you have to measure for your own, you're always worried that you're going to be a little bit off. The installer does it for you, and they place the order for you, so you don't have to do anything.
Turnkey. So one of the features that we love is the motorized option, which is fantastic because they're not going to be able to reach those windows, and we solved that problem. And it is crazy what a difference it makes in that room.
They are so pretty, and I love how easy it is to use the remote to open and close the windows.
I know, now I need a remote for like all of my windows.
Everything. And I love how they work with the smart features too.
It's crazy. So now let's talk about that farmhouse trim. We want to show y'all just how simple it is to achieve this look in your house.
So editor, roll the footage. All right, we are back at our flip house right now. We've got the trim guys working on the whole house. It's looking really awesome.
So that's one of the ways we're adding a ton of character to this house is by trim and adding some really cool window treatments. So we thought it'd be fun to break that down today and show you just how easy it is to add some modern farmhouse trim to an existing window.
So a lot of you may not have trim around your windows or even a stool, so we're going to start with the stool. And we are using a paint grade pine for our stool, and we're going to cut it 7 inches wider than our window.
So this measurement right here is 32 inches. We're going to cut this down to 39 inches, and then we're going to do a few more things.
All right.
Go cut.
I guess I'm cutting.
Cut.
All right, so we've made our cuts, and we have cut for a 3 3/4 inch overhang on each side, and that will accommodate for the trim that's going to go around the windows.
Now show them where it goes.
It's going to go right here. We're going to use some adhesive and some nails and pop that baby in. Nailed it. Okay, so we've got the stool in place. Now we're going to move up the sides with the casing.
All right, so we're going to get that measurement first, and we are using MDF for this. This is paint grade, and it's super smooth, so it's great for doing window trims because they give a really nice smooth finish. So another thing we did is to rip down this board to fit this space right here. You want it to be flush with the front of your wall, so we got that measurement and ran these MDF boards on our table saw, and then we're putting that in place, and we will use our nailers to pop it in place.
Pop it like it's hot. Oh!
That side done. Now I'm going to do the other. So we've got our sides done, and now we're going to measure and add our header. So I'm grabbing that measurement, which is 30 3/4. Gonna go get that cut. Whee!
So Whitney went and cut this down for us. And we are going to put it right there and nail it in place. All right, so we have cut down the front side pieces to size and okay, so we have cut down the front 1x4s to size, and we have also cut down some 1x2 trim pieces that we're gonna glue and nail to the top of this to give a really pretty trim on the top to get that farmhouse look. Okay, I've got this flush on one side so that we'll have the overhang on the edge, just like we have to match our stool. And I'm just gonna pop some nails in there. Now we're going to attach it to the wall. All right, so we've got our casing right here, and we're gonna put that trim on the front to cover up all that nasty, but we want to leave a 1/4 inch reveal on this piece. So I'm just gonna go and mark all the way up a 1/4 inch, and it's time to attach. I'm gonna make Whitney attach this one because I attached to the last one.
Drat it. Okay, I've got this lined up, and I'm attaching it with nails to the front. Boom. Boom.
Okay, so we've got both of our front sides done, and now we're gonna move on to the apron so we don't have to bring the ladder back in just yet. And for the apron, we are also using 1x4 MDF.
And we're also attaching it the same way using the 16 gauge nailer. You can also use an 18 gauge nailer if that's what you got. Now the measurement lengthwise of this apron is gonna be the width that you've just created using these outside edges. So you'll get that measurement, and that's exactly where you're gonna line it up under your window to attach it.
You're so pro.
I really am. Boom. All right, so we've got this done. Let's move it on up.
Okay, so we're moving on to the header, and to make it match the bottom and kind of just give it a little bit more of a farmhouse trim, we are going to wood glue and pin nail our 1x2.
We're gonna do that while standing on one leg.
Just like this. Just like this.
just like that.
Just like that. All right, I've got my 3/4 inch overhang on each side, and I'm just gonna run, I've already put my wood glue on, and I'm just gonna run a couple of pin nails down, and now we can attach it to the top of the window.
Up you go.
Moving on up, moving on up. Okay, so this header is gonna be the same width as the apron is, and it's gonna line up with the outside of our front trim as well as the apron. And we're just gonna use our 16 gauge nailer and pop some nails in. Our work here is done.
That's all right.
Kind of.
All right, let's get this out of the way.
That was so easy and so inexpensive.
That's right, guys. Now all we gotta do is get some caulk on this window, put some paint on it, and wait till you see it all finished.
It's gonna look so beautiful with those Graber shades inside.
So pretty.
I can't wait to see it. But Whitney's going to go ahead and start caulking and sanding, and I'm gonna go get us lunch.
See guys, we told you it was simple.
And look how perfect these new farmhouse windows look with our new Graber shades.
I love that we were able to meet all of our needs with one product. It's crazy to me, all of the options that they offer.
And the lining feature that we picked is perfect because it allows some of that light to come through so it's not super dark in there, but then we have privacy still.
I actually think it's gonna be a selling point for our house is having these awesome shades already ready to go. So that was a home run. We have beautiful window trim accented by a perfect window treatment. We did pretty darn good.
I'd say that's a curtain drop.
Curtain drop. I've added, so I've got this lined up and.
Do it again, because I was moving.
Okay. So I've got this.
Sorry. Living the dream.
Oh my God.
Living the dream.
Wasp.
Shut up. Really?
No.
Oh.
I just thought. So we are finishing out. Oh my God. Hold on. All right. to make this house feel even more custom.
So we teamed up oh my gosh, I have one line. So editor, roll the plate.
What? Roll the what?
Maybe. No. And that's all, folks.
Nailed it.
All right.